I'm Jim Brogan. I was born here. I've been here all my life. I have 2 degrees from the University of Tennessee. So we do wealth management and retirement planning. So what does that really mean? Anything in your life that could impact your finances, whether it's investing money, whether it's how to structure income, if we can optimize our taxes, so we serve people. And that's part of our mission statement. We serve people.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher. Thanks for checking in with your long-form regional and local forecast right here on East Tennessee Weather. Sure hope you had a great day. Hopefully you have a good weekend. Man, I'll tell you what, it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day around East Tennessee. We'll start you off with a look earlier today from downtown Clinton and Anderson County. Just a few high-thin cirrus clouds. Got a little bit of upper-level moisture hanging out with us and some low-level fair-weather cumulus clouds. Had another great view. A few more high clouds in West Knoxville, looking off to the west-southwest from Fox Road Marina. And we'll take you up to Anakeesta, where we saw some high-level clouds hanging out with us, as well as some fair-weather cumulus clouds. So it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. For the rest of the evening hours, we're going to see those temperatures go from the upper 70s here at the 6 o'clock hour down into the mid-60s by 10 o'clock tonight. So if you're going to be out and about, it's still going to be a really nice, comfortable evening around town. And it's going to be a great weekend. And here's the reason why. We've got a ridge of high pressure that's dominating the weather pattern that's hanging out with us across much of the southeastern U.S., stretching all the way up to the Great Lakes, Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, Atlanta, Memphis. Our jet stream pattern goes way up into Canada, and that's what's going to bring us, well, average to slightly above average temperatures, but also some drier weather conditions. Yes, high pressure holds strong all the way through the weekend. More seasonal weather starts to settle its way on in. We'll be at or slightly above average, as I just mentioned, and rain chances will increase as we get into next week. Of course, you can always find out more online at eastnweather.com as well. All right, morning low temperatures. If you have outdoor plans early in the morning, you'll need the light jackets. Hey, I got a good idea. I'm going to be emceeing the PJP Parkinson's 5 and 10K run. It starts at 8:30 in the morning over in Farragut, West Knoxville area. If you're looking for something to do, check it out. You can still register, you know. Just throwing that out there. All right, we'll be posting more on social media throughout that event as well. Hey, by the way, the wind is going to be increasing a little bit throughout the day on Saturday, and we'll do it again on Sunday. So we'll start the morning off with some very light wind. But watch as we head through the afternoon, the wind field's going to start to pick up just a little bit. It's not going to be crazy, but it's going to be that fall breeze, kind of like what we had just the other day. Winds are going to be sustained to gusting to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then the thing is Saturday night into Sunday morning, the wind is going to really be cranking a little bit more so across the highest peaks of the Smokies. Forecast high temperatures will top out in the 70s and low 80s. Again, an average high is 77, so just trending a little bit above average. But this ridge of high pressure is going to continue to dominate. However, we are going to be tracking a cold front. Watch this. We're going to take you from Saturday through Tuesday. Here's this ridge, upper level pattern. The ridge starts to break down. We've got some troughing taking shape across much of the west coast, the Four Corners area. That's going to squash high pressure down a little bit. Therefore, temperatures start to come down a bit as well. Pick up our timeline Tuesday evening. Cold front's going to be just off to our west-northwest. And then from Tuesday into Wednesday, the cold front's going to slice its way across the region. Cool high pressure back off to our north and west, by the way. Now, the frontal boundary looks to lose a little bit of moisture compared to what we were talking about just the last couple of days. But a strong ridge is really going to set up shop as we get into our Thursday. So Thursday morning, dry air is going to be mainly to our north. We are going to trend on the drier side with the higher humidity levels down to our south. Now, if this ridge shifts a little bit further to the south, then we dry out just a little bit more through the latter part of next week. So we can only hope for the best. But this potentially could be our first solid cold front. And here's why. Dew points out ahead of it start to climb. Rain chances increase. Back behind it, dew points fall. And if our dew points can fall into the 40s, that drops our temperatures for morning lows into the 40s and 50s. That makes the afternoon high temperatures feel so much more comfortable, and they will be. So we'll go 20, 30, 40% chance of rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Shut those rain chances off Thursday and Friday. Rainfall outlook all the way through Sunday. Lackluster, null and void. Heaviest rain is going to be increasing across the southeast. Got a little tropical wave swinging on through. So if you have travel plans, by the way, down into Savannah, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Augusta, Georgia, prepare for some rain showers if you're heading there for fall break here as we head through the next 7 days. We're going to be trending on the drier side per the Climate Prediction Center here over the next 6 to 10 and likely to 8 to 14 days outlook. So again, thanks to that ridge of high pressure, it's going to bring us much drier air. So your 7-day forecast, the average high is 77. We'll stay in the low 80s all the way through Tuesday. Trough comes on through, cold front. It's going to bring us that drier air, shuts down the rain chances, and it brings us a little bit cooler weather with morning lows in the 40s, 50s, and highs in the 70s. But does it last long? Likely not the case. I actually think we're going to see a little uptick in those above average temperatures. And all that means is above 77 as it stands right now. But that average continues to go downhill pretty quickly heading into the winter months. Sure hope you have a great rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll have more updates all weekend long on how this weather is going to be progressing each and every day. And if you just want a quick snippet, 1 minute is what you get with Witcher's 1 Minute Weather. Check it out. It's on the East Tennessee Weather app.